Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to take Duncan for a walk, and I thought I would bring you along. So here we go. So here we are taking Duncan for a walk. Come on, let's go. So I hope you guys can see because it's a little bright on one side of the camera. But we got out of the practice of regular walks because a little more than a month ago, Duncan broke his toe running around the yard like an idiot. He stepped on it wrong and rolled it and ended up snapping his front left outermost toe right there at the, come on Duncan, you see some kids, right there at the knuckle. So under vet's orders, we had to, come on Duncan, come on, good boy. We had to suspend walks for a while just so he could stay off of it. But he seems to be healing up real nice, and we can resume our daily walks. Come on. Stop. Wait. So one thing that I do at corners when we go on walks is I make him wait. Ideally, come on, let's go. Ideally, I would like him to sit, but we haven't quite got there yet because I haven't been able to take him on very many walks lately. So for me, I really like the loose leash method, and he's done really, really well with it. And I would like to get him a different harness. I prefer using harnesses as opposed to just a collar. And unfortunately, I need to get him one that fits him better. But as other Dane owners can attest, it's kind of hard to fit a Great Dane puppy with a harness that they will use for more than just a month. So he does really, really well. Doesn't really react to cars or kids or people on bicycles or anything like that. He does really, really well. Doesn't do a whole lot of sniffing the ground. He's very, very alert and likes to keep his head up and check out what's going on in the neighborhood. So that's a good boy, Duncan. Lots of praise is usually what we do on walks. And I don't know if you can tell, but he's kind of right here at my side. He doesn't really go that far ahead of me for the most part. Not typically until we get to some place that he's familiar with, like the part of the block that's on the way home. Come on, Duncan, let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Watching all the cars, watching all the people. There's some kids across the street that you can probably see, but again, no reaction. Just keeps on keeping on. Just watches. Good boy. Very good boy. Good boy. One thing that I've noticed as I've been taking Duncan for walks is that he doesn't tend to potty on the walks. I always carry poop bags with me, but he elects to reserve his doing his jobs until we get back home, and he can do it in his own yard, which I don't have a problem with, but it's just an oddity. It's just an odd thing. So if I can say really quick back to the toe incident, he limped around on his foot for maybe about a week, but because it wasn't a load-bearing toe or a weight-bearing toe, he was able to sort of modify his step to accommodate it while it healed. But we were under strict instructions to sort of keep him as docile as possible, so no running around in the yard, no playing with our other dog BB, and obviously no walks or anything like that. Trying to curb puppy zoomies when you have a 5-month-old Dane is a little trying, but we made it through. We made it through. So that's a good boy. So this is Mr. Duncan out on a walk. Stop. Wait. We'll wait for this car to go by. Right here. He just watches. Okay, let's go. This way. This way. Let's go. Good boy. One thing, sorry about the camera shake. Let's go. One thing I do try to do, or I've been trying to, when we take him out on the leash, is I prefer that he walk on my left side. So I'm going to be working on that as we get back into the regular walks with Mr. Duncan. So regardless what side of the street that we're on, or what side the street is on, as you know, in proximity to the sidewalk, I do prefer that he walk on my left side. And it's just a quick correction, and again with some right here by the alley. With some regular training and consistency, it shouldn't be too bad to keep him used to doing that. So it is round about 5 o'clock here in Milwaukee, so we've got busy streets, people coming home from work, and it is a beautiful day outside, so it's no wonder that lots of people are out. Come on, let's go. Left. Left. I'm not sure how, come on, are you ready? Let's go. Good boy. Not sure if I want to teach him directions like right or left. I don't know anybody else who has done that. I think a lot of, come on, a lot of shepherd owners have done so, and probably show dogs as well, but I don't have any experience doing that. Most of the training that I know is pretty rudimentary. Your basic commands: sit, stay, wait, down, off. That's a big one that we've been learning lately. Trying to get him to get off of the couch. But for the most part, he's been very, very responsive, and he's pretty food motivated, so it's been pretty easy to train him so far. But he does really, really well. No pulling, which is a blessing, given that he is going to be about twice this size. He's nearly 6 months right now, so, and I think the last weigh-in he was maybe 75 pounds. I'm not really sure. We haven't taken him back into the vet, and these days you can't just take him into the vet to put him on the scale. Our vet isn't permitting any pet owners to come inside the facility. So when we had to take him for his toe, and then when we had to take our other dog BB, and they came to get the dogs from our car in the parking lot, we weren't permitted to come inside. So, but there's some good exposure right here. We've got a gentleman coming up the sidewalk. Looks like he's got a full load. What we'll do is, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll let people, come on Duncan, let's go. I'll kind of stop ahead of time to make sure that people aren't afraid or anything like that. And I kind of let them have their way first before we proceed. Okay, let's go. Just so, again, a lot of people don't really understand big dogs, and they might be afraid of them, so I like to be as courteous as I can. Good boy, Duncan. Good boy. Good boy. Very good boy. Again, lots of praise. Lots of praise. Here's someone else right here. You're a good boy. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Very good boy. So he does tend to, because he's still a puppy, even though he doesn't have an adverse reaction, sometimes his go-to is to stop. Stop! Wait. We always wait at the corners. Let's go. So now we are getting close to home. So a little bit more tension on the leash. Let's go this way. This way. Come on, Duncan. This way. Good boy. Good boy. Let's go. Very good. Very good boy. Good boy. Very good boy. Tongue out most of the time. Let's go. Good boy. When we first started walking him, he would get to a certain point, maybe around the corner, when he would be scared and didn't want to go anymore. So just a lot of praise and encouragement to keep him going. And hey, quit pulling. Up, up. So what he does, if he does start pulling, what I tend to do is immediately walk the other direction. Let's go. That seems to curb it. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. So you can hear some kids right here around the corner. And again, I like to be courteous to my neighbors and not stop. Wait. Don't want to intimidate them or scare the kids. So, okay, let's go. I tend to keep him at a distance for now. Let's go. It is a Great Dane. It's a good boy, Duncan. Yeah. Good job. Good job. So again, yep, people shouting things and saying hello and asking about the dog. No reaction, really. Just sort of looks over at them. Very, very even keel. Very chill. Very, very good boy. So, for now, we've been going on the shorter walks just because, again, we can't, don't want to tax him too much. He sees our neighbor. So we'll increase the distance over time, but for now, we just go quick around the block, and then we are back home. All right. Are you ready, Duncan? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Let's go inside.